Okay, everybody, my name is Jeremy Lloyd, and I'm going to talk to you today about Phone Assist. But before we jump into the demo of the application, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about the application. Well, as smartphones are becoming more and more popular, there's about a 20% increase over year at the moment of people buying smartphones. And these people don't exactly know about computers. Some of them are not from the computer age, some of them are pre-computer age. So you got people calling through call centers all day long asking them questions about what kind of button does this or what does this mean or so forth. So a couple companies out there noticed that there was a big void in the market. There was a big hole where nobody was targeting these people. They couldn't download apps, they couldn't buy apps, they didn't know what apps were. So Sprint, for example, is one of the first companies to go out and acknowledge this market. They're going out with their direct to use sale. For when you buy a phone, there'll be a technician that comes to your house and explains everything to you right then and there. The only problem I see with that is the technician ends up having to go home, and the customer more than likely will have questions after they use their phone, not before they get their phone. So with my application being available in the Play Store, I can convince the technicians, and we can get retailers as well to participate and get the customers to download this app. So if they have any questions, they go to this app versus calling their call centers. So let's go ahead and take a look at the application. As you can see here, the navigation drawer is open, and the user will be presented with the available to rate the application, share it on Facebook, share it with Google Plus, as well as unlock the application. If the user were to press the unlock button, they will be presented with a screen that informs them if they want to go ahead and unlock it and how to go ahead about doing so with the Google Play in-app services. Once they unlock the application, all the features will be available, and they won't have to download another application or anything like that, so they won't be confused with two applications. We want to keep this user friendly as down to the bone as much as possible. So with that being said, this is running on a 4.1.1 version of Android, which is Jelly Bean, the first iteration of it. And it is actually running with Material Design. So it has Material Design toolbar at the top as well as all the icons. So across all devices, it will look the same. So the first thing we can see here is we have Set Up My Phone, Icon Dictionary, Tech to English, Fix My Phone, and Quick Search. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first one right now. Let's set up my phone. And the user will be presented with a question at the top, how may I assist you? And the user can go ahead and click on anything on the screen right here. So let's say they click on the basics, which is fully functional right now. They'll be presented with another question. What would you like to know? Let's say they want to figure out how to power on and off the phone. Do you need to know how to power off the phone? They have the option of clicking yes, I would like to power off my phone, or no, I'm just curious. So if we click yes, look for a single button on the device. Of course, this is going to be more detailed once the final version. This is just right now placeholder words. So look for a single button on the device, and yes, I found the button. No button found. So they click on that, and you can see the application is actually interacting with the customer in a way, so it can make them feel very comfortable, like there's a human being actually listening and waiting for them to answer the question. So if they say no, unfortunately, this is the end of the line for that one. But if they say yes, you can go ahead and it will tell you what to do. And at this point, there's nothing to click on. The user can press the back button and go back to the main page. And we can just go ahead and take a look at Icon Dictionary. So right here, right now it's giving you 4 basic icons from Android that they'll see. So if they see this icon everywhere and they're curious to what it is and what it does, they can just go ahead and see here and then hit copy. They will go ahead and get the definition of it in short little cards. Instead of one long card, they're going to get short card explanations. So if they figure it out right away, they don't have to continue reading down all the cards, and they won't get overwhelmed with how much data is being thrown at them at once. Break it up into 3 sections, they won't even know it's a huge essay. You'll just think of it as 3 little paragraphs. And the next one here we can look at it is Tech to English. So this right here will basically explain to them all kinds of techno jargon that's out there right now. So Wi-Fi. Many people out there use this, not that many people out there actually know what it means. So they can go to this application, click on it, and they can get the definition. And it will go into details for them. And it will even tell them, if you're having problems with this, just try to call the internet service provider to see what's going on. So it will give the customers a lead of where to go next instead of just leaving them in the wind saying, oh yeah, well, you got a problem. Good luck. So, and here is where the problem solving and the way that we kind of point the customer in the right direction comes into play. This right now is just placeholder information, but let's go ahead and take a look at the Wi-Fi connection so you can get a better idea of what this section of the phone is actually going to do for the user. So the first thing is they're going to be presented with the question, are you having issues connecting to your Wi-Fi? They would either put yes or not quite sure. And if they're not sure, they will actually get another page. Are you trying to connect to your home wireless network? If they're still not sure, at this point, it's the end of the line. But if they want to go, if that's what they're trying to do, they can continue. And the device is going to interact with them like a technical support agent would on the phone. Except now the customer doesn't have to feel nervous, doesn't have to pay for this right off the bat. Can get some of the information for free and then pay just one simple price and continue to use the app constantly. And you can see here we can continue. Does your app see or does your device see other networks? No, it doesn't. I'll go ahead and tell them to turn on the router. Have they done that? Yes, it sees other networks. Excellent. And it'll go all the way down to the bottom to see exactly where the root of the issue is for all these applications. The other thing that, considering user-friendly is our key, we want them to be able to find what they're looking for and not memorize the whole application. So if they're having an issue with the Wi-Fi and they don't remember exactly where it is, even though it's one button deep, they can click on Quick Search, and right here they'll be presented with the screen with everything in the application listed out. Every section would be listed out here, as you can see. These are all placeholders right now, but the actual application, you would be able to click on it and it'll take you directly to that page. And once the user clicks down the magnifying glass in the top right corner, they can actually filter the list view that's on their screen. So if they're looking for the basics, they could just type in BA and they'll go ahead and see at the very top it would be the basics. This is still just static data at the moment. The search, nothing is that plugged into the system. And that concludes the demo of Phone Assist. See you soon, helping millions on the Play Store.